welcome to Lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the first week of August 2019. As always, these cards are pre-shuffled, Libra, and I meditate on your energy. And today we are using the Dreams. What is it? Dreams of Gaia? Or Dreams from Gaia? It's Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. Oh, okay, that was quick. And I'm still new to using this card, this deck, and I'm still learning it, but Spirit really wanted me to use it. And we have beautiful energy for you here. We have the Mother, which is Major Arcana number 4, which for me it's kind of like the Empress. She's sitting there looking pregnant, and this is like Venus energy, right? And Libra, you are ruled by Venus, and what we have followed it is number 7. Number 7 here, which is, oh, why do I say number 7? I've been doing that all day today. We're looking at these numbers wrong. This is number 12. Number 12 here, which is love. Okay? And this deck is very different. And please forgive me if I pull out the book, because there's so much information and it's not the same as, you know, the original tarot message or understanding that we have for this different deck. And as you can see, even the naming on the cards are different, so we have to read it as such. And I want to give you all the information that you're supposed to receive, because I wasn't ready to use this deck yet, because I really like to really learn the decks to get very familiar and intimate before I start using it. And Spirit really wanted me to use this deck for this set of readings, so here we are. And what we have here is the 7 of air. Okay, I like how he has that third eye activation there on this man. And are those feathers? Yeah, those are feathers. It's like praying beads attached to a feather, and he's holding a book, right? So this is like knowledge. This is like knowledge. This is a very interesting 7 of air. And the other card that flew out for you, this is the 5 of water. Okay, and we know the 5 of water as a card of sadness, disappointment, emotional disappointment. And at the bottom of the deck we have the 9 of earth. No, I'm sorry, the 9 of air. Why am I saying? When I tell you I've been getting this, it's like it's right there in front of me and I say something differently than what I'm seeing. But this is the 9 of air. Okay, we have the 7 of air and the 9 of air here. And look at the way her hand, there's a lot of fire energy in that 9 of air. The 9 of air, we always see it kind of like that card of anxiety. But here, her third eye chakra and her crown chakra is very much activated. Look at her hands or fingers. There's light, right? Fiery energy emitting from those. And the sword here is creating a lotus flower that's coming form of it, almost like a cactus, really, more so. It's almost to feel like she is in alignment from a third eye, and her higher mind is in alignment with the things that she touched, her feelings, but also because when we think about that sense, you know, when we think about the sense of touch, if you will. So for a lot of you, I feel like, and I'm going to look at this in the book, because I told you this is very different than the regular tarot. For Libra, for especially for those of you that are dealing during this time in the matter of love relationship, because these are the 2 major arcana that we have here. Okay, they have been putting a lot of thoughts about motherhood, wanting to be a mother or your own mother, and about love, right? For most of us, we do prefer to have it this traditional way, to be that mother, because those 2 cards came pretty much together at first, right? Or one after the other. So to want to be a mother, to start that family, a lot of us like to think about the relationship, right? Who's that person we're gonna have to create that foundation with, to start creating, to start bringing your life into the world. And I kind of like these 2 cards came together, and there are 2 butterflies next to that in that love relationship. This is transformation, right? And we have that crescent moon in there. This is like showing the emotion, the deep emotions, and the transformation that you would like to see happening into your life. And I feel like having that 9 of air at the bottom. Let's look at this from the book here, facing the reading. I feel like it's of high significance. Like some of you really have been giving this a lot of thought. You've been having some almost like sleepless night over this, okay? And here we have the 9 of air. The key phrases they have are open to possibility. Possibilities are infinite. Know thyself and know the universe. What dwells within you dwells within nature. Okay, so it's kind of like a sense of consciousness. And yes, we could do that with that third eye energy here and that crown chakra activation, right? This is a sense of universal consciousness. This is like air energy, right? This is about thinking. This is about the mind here, knowing. That's why I feel like it's the one of the words is to like literally like know thyself and know the universe. In knowing, this is like mental knowing, not just like deep knowing or intuitive knowing. Okay, and here there's a key phrase that my eyes are going to in the book. It says, what if we are the only beings within this universe, because the God mind in which we dwell is a young mind with limited exposure, and at this time only believes in our existence. And for some of you, when I say you're in deep thinking, you're contemplating a lot of things. And I feel here it's not just thinking about you being the only beings in the universe. You're thinking about like you're the only being in this relationship that you want to form. I'm really getting this very strongly here. That's a message that's channeling through you. And that's why I look at this book sometimes, but it's not just about what the book say. It's a message that's being channeled. Because next time I read this card, it may be something very differently. I'm really getting this for you, like really wanting to create and thinking about it, giving it a lot of thought about what it is to be that mother, to bring life into this world, and what does it entails. And for a lot of you Libra, you're thinking about this relationship. For perhaps that a lot of you, that's the way you grew up thinking, or that's what you wanted for yourself. Like you wanted this relationship, this love to come through, to in order to create that child together. Or being a mother is where that's what you think gonna bring you the most love. That's how you're gonna create into the universe. Because one of the things is about like having like you and other, considering like what the beings in the universe, right? To really know yourself and to know the universe, to really think about, am I alone here, or what else is happening within this universe that I am a part of. This is the power of the mind, and the mind's true potential has not yet even begun to be understood or known. Right? Look at how her crown chakra has expanded. It's almost like her mind is expanded beyond the physical, brain that we think of. So this is really you thinking everything through, and very passionate, because the fingers being showing this shower, there's light here, there's little fire, this flame here. It's like you really want to do something. You want to create with your hands, physically, something that's tangible, something that can be seen. You're thinking about it, but it's almost like you are, like people say, you have an itch, you are ready to go, you really want to get this going. That's the message I'm getting here for you. Okay, I really wanted to and with that 7 of air, that we always think about, like you know 7 of air usually talk about lies, deceit, someone that's being very shrewd. This is the key phrase they have here for. It's like lift others up. It's not what we believe, but how we believe. Are you willing to lose another for your beliefs? Does what you believe make you kinder? The 7 of air reminds us that all personal dogma and spiritual dogma can give rise to an open mind or a closed one to varying degree. Dogma. Sticking to these beliefs, because that's why you were told, that's what you always believe, that's how these things are supposed to be, that's how things are supposed to happen in the world. They can either open your mind or they can close your mind. They can take you closer to a higher level of awareness and consciousness, or they can become a blockage, a stumbler on your way, on that path towards higher knowing. He has the book there, the book is closed. He has a feather with the praying rings. That's a message he wishes to receive. The third eye is activated. He can see through his physical eye. Really trying to tap into the intuition, has his delving deep into understanding, into the mind, doing the learning. But then there's a pitfall, the question that needs to ask. The lies here, the deceit we normally see with the Seven of Swords here, it's of self-deceit that's being called here. Others' belief system that you're holding on to so dearly, are they doing you justice? Are they helping you towards the cause of what you want to happen here? Towards love, towards creating that family, towards becoming the mother. Because the mother is very abundant. That's Venus energy, right? That's Venus energy. She's sitting pretty on her throne here. A turtle at her feet. She is in no hurry. The turtle is also a symbol of fertility. She's fertile, but not just in creating, as well as like bearing children, but also in creating abundance in the earthly realm, whether it is through the finances, being able to be abundant financially, to be able to live a very comfortable life, whether it is to be able to have the ability to plant, to reproduce, to bring food, more food into the world, to nurture other people. Abundance in every way, okay? All your beliefs, those things that you've been told, that you thought from a young age, or those beliefs that you have, your own personal belief, are they helping you? Or are they hindering you on that path to higher consciousness? Because here, all that overthinking, all that knowledge that you have, that you're holding on to so dearly, what is bringing you right here, that last card we have, and I usually do 3-card reading with this, but this is, all this card came out together. This is disappointment. This is the 5 of water. Look at her. She cannot even see all the beauty around her. And that's usually how we see the 5 of cups. That man is standing there looking at the 3 empty cups that have been spilled, and there are 2 cups still standing behind him, and he cannot see them. He's not looking. He's just looking sad over the loss. Looking at the glass half empty. You cannot see the beauty. You cannot see the possibilities, because that's what the 9 of air told us. Remember? The 9 of air told us about open to possibility, understanding, and insight. Possibilities are infinite. It cannot stop at just what it is you normally think of what it is that you've always believed. You have to be able to open your mind beyond the scope of what you used to, beyond that physical scope, to really be able to see through your mind's eye, to really be able to understand things from a different perspective, to really be able to explore the different possibilities, because possibilities are infinite. If you want to create this world, that world that you want to do, you want to create, you want to even if it's just to bring life into the world. Spirit is asking you to be a little bit more flexible. Spirit is asking you to think about those ideas that you have, those dogmas that have kept you so. How are they helping you? Are they even helping you? Okay? And I didn't even pull any clarification card, because this message is like, it's really a thing for you, Libra, to ask yourself, are you stopping yourself, your own growth? And it seems like for a lot of you, you are stuck in your way. You are creating blockage for your own self, because this is the last card we have here. Sadness, disappointment. But it's a disappointment based on your own perspective. Your eyes are looking down. You can't even see all the beauty around you. You can't even see all the possibility. The sun rays all the way from up the skies, because that person looks underwater here with all this beautiful sea life. Beautiful, colorful fishes all around them. The sun rays is reaching all the way underneath the water, but they're in black, still in mourning. They can see it. A change of perspective is needed here. Being able to not be too stuck in your thinking is needed here. Give us some clarification on the mother. Clarification on the mother. Two of Cups. Yes. You want to create something beautiful here, Libra. Some of you. Especially those that are feminine energy. You want to come into harmony with somebody. You want to create something. You want to extend your love to somebody. Or you really want to be in that loving relationship. Literally, we have the Two of Cups and to clarify the mother. And the next card we have was actually love. Oh my goodness, look. This is what just flipped for you. The five of water. This is that same card. That's what I was talking to you about. The Three Cups, that person is crying over the spilled cups and the Two Cups behind them. This is what you want, but this is where you are. How are you going to get this when you're stuck in that energy, Libra? You're thinking about all the negative aspect of a situation. You say you're on the Two of Cups, but you're not even turning around to look at it. The Two of Cups doesn't have to be just in front of you. The Two of Cups could be to the left of you, could be on top of you. You may have to take 2 steps forward, 3 steps backwards to get to your Two of Cups. You're just standing there, you're stuck. If you just shift yourself a little bit, you would have noticed, oh, there's another option here to get to my Two of Cups. Clarification on that set. Oh, that's another 7. It was flip. I didn't even see it. The Chariot. I was wanting to get a clarification on that 7 of air for you. The Chariot was already here, flipped in the deck as I was shuffling. The Chariot is a card of victory. The Chariot is a card of movement, travel. So to get to this, what you really want, to the love, to creating this new beginning, to be that abundant queen empress that you want to be, that ultimate mother, you need to move away from this energy of that 7 of Swords. You need to move away from that energy of self-deceit, of telling yourself stories, or making yourself believe certain things and think that's just the only way. Of self-limiting energy, way of thinking, of being too dogmatic about how things are supposed to be. Some people see the Lover's card as the card of choice. I always see the Chariot as the card of choice in the tarot, as far as a major arcana goes. Because the Chariot, you're not standing still, you're moving. The Chariot is on the move, right? We can even see it here with the way the position of the feet of those here that look like Sphinx, right? Egyptian symbols here. They're moving. For you to move, you have to know where you're going. A choice must have been made. And that the image in the Chariot is always one of a stark difference. It's always black and white, or light and dark, right? Left or right, you make your choice. But you're moving. And yes, some of you may continue going straight on the path you've been going. But what I'm getting here, there's movement that needs to happen here. Movement from this towards victory, by the way, because the Chariot is the card of victory. But you need to leave behind a certain way of thinking, a certain way of seeing things, a certain way of being stuck in your own mind of like, this is the way this is supposed to be, this is the way this has always been done, this is the way this has to be. That's the book that just fell. Sorry, excuse me, Libras. And Spirit is asking you, and you need to move away from that. What's the final outcome for our Libra friend, Spirit? Give us some clarification on that 5 of Cups. Clarification on that 5 of water. Clarification on that 5 of water. Clarification on that 5 water, which we have twice here. Okay? The World. Put an end to that ish. The World card is a card of, it's a card of completion. At this time, they're asking you to end this cycle. To go through a new beginning. To literally move away from this. To complete this cycle, to start anew. She's literally like moving from the void to enter a new world. To enter a new vortex. Right? She's going to the vortex. Like entering into like this new gate. A new beginning. But first an ending needs to happen. Move away from this. Libra, if you've been stuck in your mind thinking things, and look what we have here is the King of Cups. And I feel like a lot of you, this is a very emotional situation you're dealing with, okay? This is a situation that deals with, it's a love situation or something that deals with your own harmony. Perhaps it's your inner harmony. Perhaps it's with another. And I feel like really it's with another, because what we have here is love and mother. Mothering, it's mothering other. It's abundance. It's bringing more in, creating, being able to multiply the resources that's already available to you, right? So for a lot of you, I feel like there are other people involved here, but it starts with the self. And I feel like that's why that card, was it the seven of, I believe, yeah, it was the 9 of air that says to really know thyself, to understand like why are we here, a place in the world, and how are we connected to everything else. To understand the universe, a place in the universe. Don't overthink things, because the 9 of air is a card also of anxiety. To really master our mind and to understand our own abilities, to be able to expand our consciousness, our mind beyond just those little thinking that we are used to know there's more knowledge to be had, there's more possibilities to be had. Look at this card. That's literally what it said. Those few little passages that I read, but I could see just looking at the card, and the message was already being channeled. And I pulled the book again. For whatever reason, they're calling me to look at mother for you, Libra. And for some of you, there may be a specific message that's of importance for you. That's why they want me to look at this this card, mother. And here we go. Love without conditions. Encourage gift and talent. Emotional intimacy and affection. Emotional intimacy and affection. Be supportive. Embrace abundance. This is literally the card of abundance. Look what the card that came with. An embrace. Ensuring affection. And let go of expectations. That's the 7 of Swords for you. Let go of expectations, of thinking things are supposed to be this way, this way, this way. It's always been that way. And for some of you, it's not just about what you want to create in your life. You're really being asked to think about your own relationship with your mother. How does that affect you? And what does that tell you about how you would conduct yourself in a relationship, in your own relationship later on, with your child or with your partner? They wanted me to read this. And I already felt it was really that it's something that's very deeply emotional for a lot of you. That's telling you about, because you feel like for some of you that's a yearning. You really want that. You want that closeness. You want to create this. You want the love relationship, not just to be a mother, but you want it to be, you want to have that your own cozy family. That's the message I'm getting here very deeply. But there's a lot of things that's holding you back. There's a lot of blockage here. There's a lot of baggage that you carry with you mentally, especially, that's keeping you in a place of constant disappointment. But the disappointment is coming from your own perspective of how things are. It doesn't have to be that way. You need to open up your mind to really think, to leave that way of thinking behind, and to close that cycle. Because the King of Cups, that's the ultimate lover, or love, someone who really can give love, that is in total control of their emotions, for better or for worse. They know how to make use of it. And here in that King of Cups in the After Tarot, he's literally pouring his cup back into the ocean. He's floating in the water. I guess he knows if that cup can always be replenished. But he's pouring it back. In control of how much you want to give, how much you want to take. In control. Knowing that the possibilities are infinite. Because he's in the middle of the ocean. He can always go and get some more. Passion. Yeah, some of you are really looking for that. And I feel like it's not just passion as in the way of like passionate love, but like a real intimacy with someone, affection. That was one of the things from the card of mother. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay? So if it's a love situation for some of you, you may be holding back. It says in your card that came out, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Some of you may be holding back. You're not allowing yourself to your heart and soul to sing with joy. Look at this. You like pouting. You're upset. You're not having fun. You're not allowing yourself to enjoy that passion. It's not because it's not available to you. It is available to you, because even in the Five of Cups, you can see it right behind you. You can find the Two of Cups, which is what you want right here. That is the Two of Cups. It's right here. But you're not looking at it. It's available to you. It's right here. The universe is saying, like, I'm giving you a Two of Cups. But perhaps because a lot of you, of the way you brought up your own thinking of what it is for passion. For me, passion means you can take care of me financially, because this is telling you financial issues are a factor. You can give me, you can provide, and you have to be able to provide at this level. That's the way I think about it, and that's the way it's gonna be. And because of that dogmatic way of thinking, and you're so attached to that way of seeing things, of what a love relationship is supposed to bring you, you're not allowing yourself to open up to somebody perhaps who's right there, wanting to give you this intimacy, wanting to give you that passion, wanting to give you that harmonious love, wanting to allow you to create, to procreate, to be abundant. You can't see it. And some of you would rather pour that cup of love right back into the ocean. Your perseverance is rewarded. So, if you can, oh, this is a lot of cards. We're just gonna take the top one, okay? So we have the Black Cat, and it says here, your luck will soon change, and I think so, because I feel like it's almost you're not gonna have a choice in the matter, because Spirit really wants you to move your Chariot from that way of thinking. And this cycle, this is a major arcana clarifying this. This is how you're feeling right now. This is up to you, that feeling that sadness, feeling that disappointment, feeling like glass half full, situation. No, glass half empty. You're looking at the emptiness. But Spirit, this is a major arcana. It's about to end. That cycle is about to end. It's the divine, it's God, it's Spirit intervening, saying, no, this is time for you to get out of this poor me, being in disappointment. Ooh, for you to really see all the blessings in your life, to really see that I'm giving you all the stuff that you really want. Your luck will soon change. You're gonna change that way of thinking, that perspective, okay? And the sun was at the bottom. I'm not taking all of those. This is way too much. And it was the shield, the unicorn, and the mystic circle. But we're gonna choose one. And the sun, it's the best card you can get in any deck. Rewards will come by persevering, by really switching your way of thinking here. You're gonna get rewarded for it. The sun will shine on you because you already have it. It's not like they're gonna give it to you once you change your way. It's like it's already here. You just can't see it. You're not looking at it, Libra. Okay. And I really wanted to keep those short, but they're going long this time. So thank you so much for your continued support. Please do come back next week for the next set of reading. And I hope this message finds you in good spirit and you can get something out of it. And I know there's a lot of repetition, but I really have to it's very consistent. Like if I feel like I need to get clarification, I will get clarification, and it's literally telling you that that's the way the message comes out. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And as always, like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. I'm still new here, trying to grow this little community, so I do appreciate your support in that way, Libra, so more people can see these readings and of course get insights out of them, or even just entertainment, right? Please come back next week, and as always, remember, love is really the only answer. Bye.